Alright, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And man, today is Monday. And as you can see, at the top, I'm down $410 today. And man, I'm frustrated. I'm upset. Um, Honestly, I feel awful, to be honest, because the last win that I've had was in 2 weeks. That's the last winning trade I've had. All last week, all L's, and it started off the new week, another L. It's not looking good right now. And I feel like I'm just rationalizing myself that every trade is a good trade. And honestly, I just don't know how to get out of this hole. Like, I just feel very upset, frustrated, irritated, um, you know? But I keep telling myself I gotta push forward, I gotta push forward, I gotta push forward, I gotta push forward. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, oh, I feel good, it's alright. Because no, I just feel defeated in a way, right? But that's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep going because obviously the losses teach me something. Whether I would rather like to win, right? But the losses always teach me something. So, um, yeah. So let's get into this breakdown. So, Sunday, I was looking. I'm like, okay. Sellers came in over here. I'm gonna show you like what I was thinking, and then I'll show you like how I would have now seen all this, how I would have looked at it. So what I was thinking, I'm like, okay, let me find my structure zones, right? So I'm like, okay, this hits my yellow zone barely, but it hits. Like if you want to go surgical, it hits my yellow zone. Basically, what my yellow zone is, they're gonna be my support and resistances, right? So I draw my resistance. I'm like, okay, cool, right? And then uh, I draw another one. Boom, another that hits my yellow zone. That the support became resistance, right? As you can see right here, it was a support, pushed this up, but now when it came down here, it acted as a resistance, right? Boom. Okay, so we come in, right? We come in. This is a London session. I don't trade London session. I trade New York. So we come to London session. Price wanted to go higher. It got out this support right here. You get a rejection right here, get a rejection right here. You get a engulfing right here. So this lets me know price wants to go higher, right? So it goes higher, it breaks this high. So what I did wrong right here is that it broke this high, yes, but that was an actual structure, right? But I sold it to myself. I'm like, oh, in order for this downtrend to keep going down, this lower high has to be protected, right? But what I failed to realize, and it's just like, I don't know why I don't look at these things, man. It's like right there, and I failed to realize it every single time. And the lower high that was really on actual structure was this one right there, right? So the fact that it broke this one didn't matter. It was just retracing. So I sold it to myself. I'm like, okay, let me draw a Fibonacci, right? Let me draw a Fibonacci. This is on the 15, so I go down on the 5 minute. I'm like, okay, let me see if I have like an entry potential. And as you can see, I took these two trades right here. And now looking back, it's like I took it, and you can see like why'd I take it? Well, because I see an engulfing right here on my and then I see a clean one. I mean, not too clean, but it was all right right here, especially on the gold, on the gold fib. So I'm like, bro, I'm gonna take my chances, right? And yeah, and I like my stop loss, especially on this one. I like my stop loss because it was below this low when we had previous rejections. Also, this one, I didn't really like my stop loss, but we had a good push up. So I was like already, and I was like in the mindset, honestly, if this was my first trade, I wouldn't have taken it. But since I've lost my first trade and since I've lost all week, I'm like, this is a good trade. I'm gonna take it. You know, just trying to get back at what I've lost. And looking back, I should have never took this trade. But you know, it is what it is. You know, we learn from it. You know, it's not like I can go back in time and change it, right? Even though I want to. So yeah, so that's the reason why I entered there, right? But of course, you know, price wanted to go down lower. So now let's look at what I would have done, right? So we go here. It's the same chart. It's the same. It's the gold. This is gold. This is the same chart. Um, Basically what I would have done is if we look at Friday right here, and this was Fridays, if I draw a Fibonacci, right? If I draw a Fibonacci, yeah, from this high right here, if I draw a Fibonacci, that hits at least, right? So I could have drawn the resistance right here. That would be my resistance, because every time price came to this level, sellers were active, right? Sellers were active right here. So then I keep drawing it out, draw another one, right? It doesn't hit right there, so check it out, right? And it eventually hits my area that I wanted to, right? And the thing is, it's like, oh my days, it's like if I would have done this the first time, I wouldn't be fooled by this little thing. And the thing that irritates me much is that my EMA is mainly red, so mainly I should be looking for sells. Like, I don't even know why I'm looking for buys, right? But the only reason why I'm looking for buys is that, you know, we got these higher lows forming on the daily, you know. So that's why I was like, man, I'm gonna just keep trading with the trend, blah blah, right? But what I failed to realize is that, man, on this lower time frames, it's like just trade with the EMA, just trade if it's red, just trade, just look for sales, and this would have been a good sell opportunity. Right after this engulfing, I mean, this is just a beautiful engulfing. Like, just this was just price screaming at me and telling me like, yo, sell the market, sell the market. And I was just so blind. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sell. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like this engulfing happened obviously on this resistance that was once support became resistance, and I just failed to take it. And I could have take this. I mean, really, I didn't like it. Honestly, I wouldn't have taken even if I was up, right? Because this would have been, yeah, like my stop loss would have been way up there. So like I don't really like it. I mean, maybe on the 5 minute I could have took it. Oh, actually, yeah, on the 5 minute I would have zoomed down actually on this one, and I would have took this one. Now that I see it right here, what was that? What would that put me? Ooh, it would have been close actually. Yikes. I wouldn't even like that stop loss, so I might have not even taken it, to be honest. But anyways, nonetheless, that's not even the point, because that happened at 6, right? So this happened at 6 a.m. I don't get up until like 6:30. So when I saw this, it was already too late, basically too late. But as you can see, I have two fibs drawn the opposite direction, right? One fib is drawn, um, you know, me looking to buy, right? One Fibonacci is drawn to me looking to buy, which is this one. The other one is looking to sell, which I should have been on the selling side of the end, because my EMA is mainly red. So that's just and that's why I put this EMA, so I could tell myself, okay, am I looking for buys or I'm looking for sales? Like, you know what I'm saying? Even on the, I think in the hour, yeah, and the hour, it's mainly red also. So it's just like, man, okay, I need to take note of these things, really take note of these things that I'm doing wrong, and see, I mean, even on my trading journal, that's what I put. I said, uh, I wanted to go long. I took 2 trades, but my bias was wrong. And I was looking at the wrong engulfings causing me to lose. I followed my plan. The only difference was I had the wrong bias. Let me change that. The heck? The wrong bias, right? That's the only thing that was wrong. I mean, because even when I went on the engulfings here, like looking for buys, I was still following my plan because I only follow when the Fibonacci, right? On the Fibonacci, on engulfings, and so like I followed my plan there, right? But it's like I was wrong anyways because I didn't follow the trend, right? So they always say the trend is your friend, bro, and it's absolutely right. Like the trend is your friend. And yeah, man, like I failed to realize that, and it really bit me in the butt today. um but now I realized it, and I'm like, okay, like how can we do better? How can we go, how can you know, we bounce back tomorrow, right? How can we bounce back tomorrow? So let's see, if I even took this trade right here, man, that would have been 13x my money, 21x. Wow, that was crazy. And today there was no news. I mean, today was no news really. There was one, I think, one folder. What was it? Yeah, there was, what was it? Yeah, it was one news right here. It was at 9 a.m. Well, 10 a.m. This was Eastern time. For me, it would have been 9 a.m. And yeah, it was just a orange folder. So really not that many news. So I was like, you know what, it's what it is. So usually on no news days, gold price usually trades with the trend, and obviously I failed to realize that. It's just it's frustrating, man. Like I know, like when there's really no news, okay, just trade with the trend, right? But today I failed to realize the trend today. Like I was looking at longs, right? I was so stuck on longs, and I failed to realize what price action was telling me, right? Price action is king, you know. I failed to realize what price was telling me, was screaming at me, and I'm like, no, I'm still going long, right? And it just, man, I don't know, man. Just it's just frustrating. It's hard, you know. But hey, we bounce back tomorrow. You know, I'll let y'all know tomorrow if I take a trade. I'll let y'all know if I don't take a trade, and I'll basically do this every single weekday for y'all, just so y'all can learn maybe from me, do the things that I don't do, you know what I'm saying, and do the things that I do. Hopefully when I win, I've been on a losing streak, man. It's just, you look at my account, it's just like, where is it? Yeah, look at my account. It's like, man, I'm about to hit the max loss limit for this account. So it's just like, man, you know, it is what it is. And just look at this. It's just a 12.5% win rate. It's just not looking good, you know. These weeks, this last week was not good at all. Um, and just, let's see. Yeah, just this last week, even on Friday of the week before last week, and today, just not been looking good, man. So hopefully we can bounce back tomorrow. I'm not gonna force a trade. I'm gonna just see if the market gives me the opportunity to trade, and we'll end it off like that, guys. So thank you for watching. Make sure to be back here tomorrow. I'll update y'all guys. Always remember that Jesus loves you. Peace.